Paul Gatling with the Northwest Arkansas Business Journal, joined today by Graham Cobb, who is the CEO of the Greater Bentonville Area of Chamber of Commerce, which is the organizing body behind the Northwest Arkansas Technology Summit coming up next month. Graham, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
This is a month-long process, I know, a big event on your calendar.
Absolutely.
It's the 6th annual event, but I feel like we are talking about something completely new with this year's event, a different vibe, a different set of circumstances, not necessarily from the programming, but from the everything else that's going to go on with the summit. What are some of the details this year?
Well, this really is about a 72-month process, right? So we're in our 6th year.
Right,
evolving, and it started, it was born out of the Tech Council, which is a group that we manage. Technologists and data scientists and folks driving tech in Northwest Arkansas that needed a community and a place to gather, and they started the Tech Summit 6 years ago, 100 folks. Last year we had well over 1,500. This year we've just drastically evolved it. We've incorporated a Women in Tech conference into the Greater Tech Summit, right? So we married two conferences, if you will, and remained very intentional about reaching out to female technologists to make sure that we gave them the platform to present at the Tech Summit. And then this year, two major changes. We've left the John Q. Hammonds on a second day, so we're still there on a Monday, and we're in downtown Bentonville at this unconventional convention style. The theme is what's next after next, as we look at our enterprise businesses in Northwest Arkansas and our major employers. Oftentimes, their best innovation comes through their venture arms and mergers and acquisitions. So we've asked for presenters that are familiar with that, whether they're venture capitalists or whether they're startups or founders. And then we've really weaved in an important aspect of quality of life in Northwest Arkansas, and that's cycling. So we have some leaders in the tech space that are disrupting cycling through technology. So we'll have speakers, the founder of Strava, we'll have Trek, Bontrager, some real industry leaders, and of course our local brand Allied, which has launched an amazing gravel bike that's really kind of turning heads and having people shaking their heads on how did they build this platform.
Right, and so for all of this, I mean, this is in essence a 4-day event now. I mean, you've gone from a couple of days now.
Right.
This is a 4-day event on the calendar.
This is absolutely a 4-day event. So when we moved the conference to 2 days, and now all of a sudden you're starting on a Monday, well, that means you got to get people here on a Sunday. Right. So what do we do with them? Give them
something to do.
Give them something to do.
Right.
So we reached out to our friends at the Amazium. Who knows how to have a good time and involve science and technology better than the Amazium. So we're going to have a party at the Amazium right by the Buckyball. TED-style talks from the folks that I was mentioning earlier. There'll be bands. So there's going to be some of the best bands in Arkansas at this. We're really going to show off culinary and let James Beard Award nominees show out and bring Northwest Arkansas flavor to this conference from a craft beer standpoint, from a food standpoint, from a music standpoint, arts, mountain biking, and of course technology.
What has spurred that, we talk about evolution, what has spurred the evolution in the planning for this event when you talk about the first 5 years we've had, now to go to 6th year, to get out of that convention center setting, to get into multiple venues, not just in Rogers, but in Bentonville, to really spread the tentacles of this event and what it means?
Well, so the committee and the leadership that built this did such a great job that when the Northwest Arkansas Council and the major employers were looking at how do we attract talent to the region, and they said, you know what, we need a signature event that will excite the future workforce that's going to drive our businesses forward. They immediately recognized the Northwest Arkansas Tech Summit. So we knew we wanted to bring people in and show off Northwest Arkansas. Well, we had brought people in and we had given a voice to the Northwest Arkansas technologists, but we hadn't shown off Northwest Arkansas. It was a great conference, and the John Q. Hammonds was a wonderful place to have it, and it's going to be great on Monday this year as well. But we missed an opportunity to really show show people around.
Show so much more.
Yeah, and so I'm 2 years in here, right? I know that when I got here, I went, whoa, I had no idea. And we know that in this hypermobile economy, you can live anywhere, you can work anywhere. You're going to make that decision based on what's right for you personally, what's right for your family. And in Northwest Arkansas, we have this great equation, cost of living plus quality of life. You know, that's going to drive that decision. So we decided while people were here, we needed to show them a few more things, and that really spurred this evolution.
Right. So while they are here, you're expecting about 1,500, maybe
right.
a little more than that
Yep.
again this year. How can those attendees get the most out of their experience at the summit? What would be your advice to those who are visiting the region for the first time?
Sure. I'd say open your mind. We're going to give you an opportunity to get on a bike. All right, we're not going to ask you to race a bike, and we're not going to ask you to do it alone. So the beauty of Northwest Arkansas is that we have pro cyclists, and we have pro mountain bikers, and we have people that teach folks how to ride bikes for a living, just like Aspen, Colorado teaches you how to ski. So hop on a bike, take a tour, get a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Of course, you know, enjoy some food. But then just come ready to play, come ready to learn.
Right. Well, by then, hopefully, we are hoping and pleading to have finally ditched these 90-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
Mid to late October, especially for the larger outdoor component of this event.
That's right.
All right. Well, switching gears a bit, something else approaching this fall, and that is your 2-year anniversary of joining the Chamber of Commerce as the CEO. You were the COO of the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
Little Rock, born and bred, Little Rock native.
Absolutely.
Doesn't seem like that long ago to me when we were reporting the news. Has it flown by?
It has absolutely flown by. Just amazing. I tell you what, this Bentonville moves fast. It moves at the speed of retail, and it has been a wonderful opportunity. And you know, I feel like we've climbed a hill, and then there's still this great summit ahead of us. But wow, I look back on the things we've been able to do, and literally, I feel like the lid was screwed off my head when I landed here. And people said, what are some ideas? What ideas do you have? Make sure you think big enough. Make sure that they're in line with the priorities of the region. Make sure they help enough people. And then we can give you some direction on who to ask to make these projects really give some capacity for these projects. It's been unbelievable.
Right, you mentioned Bentonville moves fast. That includes some new chamber offices, new headquarters for the chamber now, moved away from the downtown square to 5th Street, essentially smack dab in the middle of the Momentary and the 8th Street Market, in an area of the city that is really transforming rapidly. Do you miss the square any?
I miss the neighborhood market, right? I miss the square a little bit, and I miss walking and visiting my ladies at the bank. Right. You know, I'm chamberman, right. So I miss a little bit of that. But when I have a bike at the office, I don't miss any of it, because Bentonville is just so rideable. And I know that you know, we're about 9 to 12 months ahead of the mass, and that's fine for an organization that speaks for the business community. You know what? A chamber should lead that, right? But with 8th Street Market behind us, the Momentary tent just went up. I mean, talk about a signature. It now looks legit.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have an art space in our backyard. Blues down the street, Movista's right down the street. The Market District is really kind of coming into its own, and I think in 12 months, man, that's just going to be the place to be. Yeah, it is really a unique office environment for anybody in that area of the city, certainly. All right, again, the Northwest Arkansas Tech Summit, October 20th through the 23rd. For tickets or information, where can people go to find that? NWATechSummit.com. Okay, all right, very good. Well, that's good stuff with Graham Cobb. He's the CEO of the Greater Bentonville Area Chamber of Commerce, which is organizing the upcoming Northwest Arkansas Tech Summit. Graham, thanks very much. Thank you, Paul. Good to see you. All right, and as always, we appreciate you tuning in. I'm Paul Gatling. We'll see you next time.